I'm back, guys. I'm back, man. Look, guys, I've been really angry these past 2 weeks, man. You guys need to understand something about me, man. I'm very passionate about 9/11. I'm very passionate about people who disrespect the flag. I'm all America, baby. I love my country. I'm never fucking gonna deny that. This is my country. This is the reason why I busted my ass all these years for. So you guys need to understand where I'm coming from in a lot of this stuff, man. But you know what? I need to stop putting the negativity out of the way, man. I need to start, thinking about, you know, what's important here. And what's important is you, my subscribers, man. You know, I, sometimes I do this just because I love the feedback I get from a lot of you guys. So this is Ask the Ballerina question number 2. So today we have 4 questions that were asked by my subscribers. Now, 2 of them they did not want me to say their name. That's fine. If you want to remain anonymous, that's fine. But they're kind of related more towards my military career. So we're going to talk a little bit first about the first question here, all right? So Hard Target, if you guys are not subscribed to Hard Target, check that man out. Good guy. And he said, how much time does it actually take or require to train and qualify first-time combat groups? That's an excellent question. Excellent question. And I'll try to be as brief as I can on this question, okay? The Army has their little playbook, right? And certain criteria need to be met in that playbook in order for them to certify you as being ready to go overseas. Now, when you have a brand new unit that has to go through all the training, like let's say you're having a unit that was once, I'm going to make this an example, combat engineers, and you make them infantrymen, they have to pretty much go through the whole process, man. They're pretty much getting like a rundown infantry school type of training, and they're learning everything, and they're starting them over from the crawl, walk, run phase, and it continues to go. Now, I can't really tell you guys what the time is because, some of the stuff I can't really tell you guys, so I hope you guys understand that. But let's just say sometimes it takes between 60 to 180 days, sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more. That's kind of giving you guys a rough estimate on that. But yeah, they have to be evaluated by another unit or a unit that's their sole purpose is to evaluate units to make sure that they are good. Now, most of these evaluators are usually senior NCOs, sergeant first classes and up, and usually captains and above. And they are the ones that are usually, they have a lot of experience, whether they've been platoon sergeant for like an NCO or acting first sergeant, or, they have a lot of experience in operations and all that kinds of stuff. And for the officer, obviously they have to at least be a company commander, have worked in the staff as a operations or, logistics, whatever that is, man. But they have to have some serious experience as to how they can better give some really good feedback to that deploying unit and making sure that they have all the stuff that they need. We're very big on SOPs, standard operating procedures, and we always like to, pass that along to our units. We don't hide anything from our adjacent units. Everybody's SOP is different because every unit is different, so we don't try to make one standard operating procedure manual and say this is what everybody's going to go by. It is a guide to help those units so they can better help themselves in the long run. Okay, so I kind of hope that answers your question, Hard Target. But I really can't really go into detail, man. I'm just kind of giving you a ballpark figure here. All right, but the great question. Thank you so much for asking that question. The other question that I got was from Chris Barajas. His question is, what's the most memorable moment of my military career? Ooh, wow. I've had a lot of good ones, man. But there is one that I never forget, and that is May 25th, 2004. It was 13:51 when fucking mortar 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 rounds started landing in my FOB, or forward observation base, and I lost a really good friend of mine. And I wouldn't. I hate to bring those kind of moments into this, but that's a moment that I'll never forget. That's a moment when I lost a really good friend, somebody who I dearly cared about. I mean, he's my brother. We fucking been through thick and thin, man. And it was kind of weird how we lost him. We lost him through a mortar round. So, um, and I'm gonna tell you how he died. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm gonna tell you how he died, because I think a lot of you guys need to understand the kind of sacrifices we go through. All right, so we were getting 100 meter. I think it was 100 millimeter Chinese mortars, and these mortars were landing. We never had mortars. We had other mortars land in our file before, but these were loud. I mean, these you can fucking feel them. And to make a long story short, my soldier, his name was Daniel Unger. If you guys want to look him up online, he's a good kid. You'll see what I'm talking about. He's a very young kid. Um, he was escorting some Iraqi contractors because, the thing about it is that whenever we bring somebody in, we always try to escort them because we don't know what their intent is. And, you got to understand that this was, the start of the war, so we didn't have, Iraq doesn't have a good system for keeping background checks on people or whatever. So we don't know who we're dealing with. So we got to escort them and make sure that they're not doing anything out of the norm. To make a long story short, we ended up getting a mortar attack, and this soldier decided to put his safety on the line and put the Iraqi contractors in a bunker, in a concrete bunker, and keep them safe from uh, lobbing mortar rounds. As he was trying to go towards our he's trying to come over to us where we were at. I mean, we could see him where we were at, we were in our bunker, and we could see him like, come on, dude, let's go. Come on over. And a mortar round landed near him. Well, that mortar round, the shrapnel, went clearly across his body. Entered from here, went across all the way through here, and there was really nothing we could do. At that time, we didn't have like the SAPI plates, like the plates on the side, and in this case, I don't think it would have helped him. But yeah, the piece of shrapnel went across his body. It pretty much killed him. Uh, yeah, and we pretty much saw it all. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I want you guys to really understand what we sacrifice every time we go to war, man. And I've seen so many other stuff, but I don't want to go into detail. But anyways, unfortunately, Chris, that is my most memorable moment, and I'll never forget. I'll never forget Daniel. Daniel's always going to be part of me, and I love that guy to death. And he's always in my heart. All right, next question is Ranger School really hard? Yes, it's fucking hard. Nah, not just hard. It's fucking hard. All right. How these two female officers pass Ranger School is beyond me. I'm not saying that they didn't do it, the thing. I just don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, I've known hardcore infantrymen that done everything. 82nd, fucking Pathfinder School, Air Assault School, Airborne School. I mean, fucking the best fucking infantrymen you can think of. They go to Ranger School and don't pass it. So, and believe me, Ranger School will fucking test what you really are all about. I think Bud's training is good. Um, I think they both are very good. Bud's training is really good on the SEAL side, and on the Ranger side, Ranger School, it's fucking no joke. Even fucking Green Beret selection school is really hard. Not many people pass that shit. So I hope that answers your question, buddy. It's fucking hard. I don't know how some people pass it. I mean, I've heard. I mean, I hear about the stories. It's really hard. It's probably the toughest school in the United States Army, Ranger School. Yes, and it's very selective of who they bring in too. So, all right, last question. Last question, guys. And it's by Anonymous. Anonymous. He didn't want to say his fucking name. He said, "What is the biggest weapon I have ever shot?" 120 millimeter smoothbore cannon. M1A1 tank. That should tell you all. You know, I've shot the Bradley. It has a 25 millimeter Bushmaster gun. It's pretty good. You know, I like it, but it's not a 120. But you know, I've shot everything, man, from you know, the the sniper rifles. You know, the M2 Barretts, the AR-10 equivalent. I even shot the one that kind of looks like the pretty much is the fucking Remington 700, and I was really accurate with that one. I don't know what the fuck it was. Anyways, um, really awesome weapons, right? And of course, you shot the M4, all the M16 equivalents. You know, grenade launchers. I shot both the 203, and now that you got the 320. Um, Shot a javelin. If you guys don't know what it is, it's basically a fucking shoulder fire missile. And you can take out a tank with that motherfucker, and it's a fire and forget weapon. So once I lock in, I shoot it, I'm the fuck out. I'm out, baby. And that motherfucker guides itself and you know, kills that tank or whatever the fuck I'm pointing that shit at. And I shot an AT-4, which is basically a shoulder fire rocket. And actually, I had to fire that shit in combat and scare the fuck out of the natives, because it's pretty fucking loud when you shoot it. Anyways, guys, yeah, I got to shoot a lot of cool stuff, man. There's stuff that, you know, I wish every soldier would get a chance to shoot, man. It's amazing. I've been blessed, you know. Thank God for the infantry. Anyways, guys, the only thing I haven't shot is the 777 fucking artillery cannon, or artillery fucking, what do you call that shit? Anyways, just fucking artillery cannon. Yeah, it's a 155 millimeter. All right, but I know some buddies up in artillery, man. So I'm trying to see if I can go over there and at least fucking get to shoot that motherfucker just once. That's all I want, just once. You know, and put that bitch on video before I retire. I can say, hey man, I shot the 777. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on that shit, and if I get some video, I'll definitely put it on there for you guys, so you guys can check that shit out. But this concludes the Ask the Battle Bean a Question 2. If you have a question, feel free to leave your question on the comments block, or if it's a little private or you don't want nobody to know your question, you can obviously PM me and let me know what what your question is, and I'll be more than happy to answer it. Now, it could be military related, it could be gun related, it could be, you know, even personal stuff. I don't give a shit. You know, it could be relationship related shit. I'll be your Oprah, baby. It's all good. Don't let the battle bean tell you. I mean, the battle bean will tell you what's up, man. Shit, I've been married 19 fucking years. I can't believe my poor wife's put up with me for 19 years. So, trust me, I've seen it all. Not saying I'm an expert, but trust me, I'm pretty sure I've gone through some shit in my life, both in my marriage and in life. But, you know, hey, you guys want to ask away? Ask away, baby. I'm good with it. Got no problem with it. So, this is the Battle Beam. Appreciate you watching. Like always, God bless you. God bless the United States of America. And I'm out.